Today, I'm going to summarize a book called Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, written by Harv Eker. In his book, Eker talks about the 17 differences between rich people and poor people. Keep in mind that when we talk about a millionaire, we're referring to people who earn their $1 million through legal, ethical, and moral means. And when we say poor, we don't want to belittle poor people. When we say poor, we're referring to their state of mind. If you watch the video till the end, you can say that you read this book, because this video will cover the 17 differences in a very simple way. First difference. The rich think big, the poor think small. Have you ever shopped and spent several hours in several stores to find the cheapest products to save $50 to $60? If you have done this, you have a poor mentality. I'm sorry to say that, but let me explain. Sure, it's not a bad thing to save money while you're shopping. But it does change when it comes to how much you will save, compared to the time you'll spend on that economy. If you spend 1 hour looking for the cheapest oranges to save 60 cents, the value of your hour is 60 cents. In comparison, rich people don't care about saving 60 cents. They understand the value of their time, and constantly think about projects, or new things they can do, so that the value of their hour is equal to $6,000 or $60,000. Second difference. The rich choose to be paid according to results, the poor choose to be paid according to time. You very often hear people complain that they deserve a better salary, just because they have been working for a company for over 5 years. But in reality, things don't happen that way. For example, if a person spent 20 hours producing a low-quality video, will you watch it simply because this person spent that much time on it? Of course not. You don't care how much time they spent. You only care if the video is right for you or not. If it's not good, you stop looking at it. No one cares how much time you spend on anything. The real question is whether you can provide something worthwhile. It's about the result, not the effort or time spent. Difference number 3. The rich think the two. The poor think one or the other. The poor think that there is not enough and that we can't have everything. The rich think that there is enough for everyone and that you can have everything you really want. The poor believe in scarcity, the rich believe in abundance. Do you want a successful career or a good relationship with your family? Why not the two? The rich always want the two, the poor always choose one. The poor see the world as a cake and believe that everyone will take a share and the cake will soon be finished. On the other hand, the rich see the world as an open buffet. Once the dish is finished, the waitress adds more and you can eat as much as you want. The poor think they must choose between money and other aspects of life. But do you have to choose between money and happiness? No. Of course not. Money is important and so is happiness. You can have both. Difference number 4. The rich focus on opportunities, the poor on obstacles. The poor constantly see obstacles, risks, and always focus on problems, while the rich focus on opportunities. The poor make choices based on fear. Their minds are constantly looking for what's wrong. Their main state of mind is, and if it doesn't work, or more often, it won't work. You should deal with problems when they arise, but don't let fear and problems stop you. If you focus on problems, you will have problems. If you focus on opportunities, you will have opportunities. It is a simple universal law. Difference number 5. The rich associate with positive people who have succeeded, while the poor associate with negative people who didn't succeed. In short, if you want to fly with eagles, don't swim with ducks. If your goal is to get rich, study the rich, hang out with the successful rich people, and use them as a role model. Do what they do, read what they read. There is a reason why they're rich. And if you don't have a rich person around you, and asking yourself how can I surround myself with rich and successful people? Well, you don't have to know them in person, you can just find successful people and read their books, or watch their videos. You can't ask Arnold Schwarzenegger to spend time with you so you can study him and get in shape. But you know he has tons of videos, and he's written a book. So why not read his book or watch these videos? The authors of this type of books can be rich friends to you. You can hang out with them by reading their books, watching their videos, and listening to their podcasts. Difference number 6. The rich know what they want, and are committed to getting it. The poor just want to be rich. The poor just want to be rich, but they don't know what a rich life looks like for them. If you don't know exactly what you want, then you're getting nowhere. The rich don't send contradictory messages, only the poor do. The number 1 reason why most people don't get what they want, it's because they don't know what they want. You need to know what a rich life looks like for you, and have a plan to get there. For example, a rich life can be having the freedom to work when you want, where you want. To be able to open the restaurant menu, and choose what you want without first looking at the price. To be able to wake up at 11 on Tuesday and go for a walk. This can be your rich life, and you need to have a plan to get there. Difference number 7. Rich people are ready to promote themselves and their worth. Poor people have a negative opinion of selling and promoting. Let me explain it this way. If you had a cure for any disease, would you hide it from people who suffer from it? I don't think so. If you believe that what you have to offer can really help people, it's your duty to promote it. If not, you are doing a disservice to people. Maybe the product you sell is a product that can change lives. But if you don't promote it, people lose this opportunity. Refusal of promotion is one of the biggest obstacles to success. People who have problems with selling and promotion are usually broke. How can you create a significant income in your business if you are not ready to let people know that your product or services exist? Whatever your job, you need to be good at selling and promoting. Almost every aspect of our lives involves selling. For example, when you try to convince your partner to go to a restaurant instead of shopping, you sell. When you try to convince your son to study, you also sell. Difference number 8. The rich believe in me creating my life, the poor believe in life happens to me. If you want to create wealth, it's important that you believe you're the one behind the wheel. Poor people go through life as passengers. In contrast, the rich are always sitting behind the wheel. Have you ever noticed that it's usually the poor who spend a lot of money to play the lottery? In fact, they strongly hope that someone will come and get their name out of a hat and provide them with money, which will allow them to become rich. The poor also justify their situation. They say things like money is not important, happiness and love are important. This kind of comparison is not correct. Let me ask you a question. Is your leg important or your arm? You're probably thinking, what stupid question. Of course, the two are important. You are absolutely right. The two are important. In the same way that money and happiness are both important. The poor also blame others. It's never their fault, it's always the fault of others. They always behave like victims. Another reason why the poor stay poor. It's the fact that they complain. When people complain, they focus on what's wrong with their lives. You must know that the thing you focus on will amplify. That's how we continue to have more of what's wrong. Difference number 9. The rich manage their money well, and the poor manage it badly. Money is just a tool, like your computer or phone. So, you need to learn how to use it. We spend many hours learning how to use a computer, but when it comes to money, people ignore this simple fact. They don't want to pick up a book to learn how money works and how to manage it. So, when it comes to learning how to handle it, many people fail. Given the number of poor people who complain about their financial situation, one might think that it makes sense to learn the basics of money. But this is almost never the case. The rich are not smarter than the poor. They simply have different and more money-friendly habits. To master money, you need to manage it. Saying I will start managing my money as soon as I have it. It's like an overweight person who says, I'll start exercising and dieting as soon as I've lost 5 pounds. Start by properly managing the money you have, and then you'll have more money to manage. If your son doesn't even know how to handle and maintain his bike, would you buy him a car? Of course not. The same logic applies to the universe and to you. The universe says, until you show that you can handle what you have, you won't have more. The most important thing is to exercise the muscles of money management, so that it becomes a habit. It's very important to start by creating the habit. The author recommends creating 5 accounts. The investment account, the leisure account, the education account, the donation account, and the expense account. You must invest 10% of your after-tax income in your investment account, and recommends putting an equal amount of 10% on your leisure account. The money in this account must be spent at the end of the month on fun activities. You need to spend this money in a way that makes you feel rich and happy. Because if you don't, you will end up sabotaging your other accounts. Difference number 10. The rich are bigger than their problems. The poor are smaller than their problems. The secret to success is not trying to avoid or get rid of these problems. The secret is to develop in such a way as to be greater than any problem. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor. You will face problems. The size of the problem is never the problem. What matters is your size. The bigger the problems you can handle, the bigger your business is. The more responsibilities you have, the more employees you have, and the more money you have. The things we call problems are just situations. We make it a problem. Respectively, some people make it a problem, others are not even affected. How can it be that the same situation is a problem for one, and not for the other? It depends on the person. It depends on you. You can be fired and depressed all day and complain. Where you can use your free time to start your own business. Difference number 11. The rich are excellent receivers. The poor are bad receivers. A bad receiver is a person who cannot receive well. And what do we receive? We receive praise, compliments, money, gifts, and many other things. Many of us have difficulty receiving such things. The author says that we are conditioned in this way. Growing up, we heard things like "it's wrong, what did you do?" These phrases reinforce the feeling of not being good enough. And not feeling good enough is one of the reasons why we are bad receivers. From now on, accept everything someone offers you. If someone tells you that you are beautiful, say thank you. Instead of, "What? No. I look horrible today." It's as simple as that. Just say thank you. And receive your compliment. Difference number 12. The rich play the game of money to win. The poor play the game of money not to lose. In sports, teams that play strictly in defense and not in offense have a hard time winning. Unfortunately, most people play the game of money in defense where their primary concern is survival rather than wealth and abundance. The poor want to have enough money to pay the bills. Intention is a very important thing, and when your intention is to have enough money to pay the bills, guess what? That's exactly what you'll get, nothing more. You have to aim high. You have to aim for the stars, to be able to at least touch the moon. The author says, if your goal is to be comfortable, chances are you'll never get rich. But if your goal is to be rich, you will end up very comfortable. Difference number 13. The rich make their money work for them, the poor work hard for their money. Eker says, I agree that you must work for your money, but for the rich, this situation is only momentary. For the poor it's endless. The rich think that for your money to work hard, and take your place, you must first work hard. They also know that the more your money works, the less you will have to work. The first goal should be to become financially free as soon as possible. Financial freedom is the ability to live the lifestyle you desire without having to work or depend on someone else for the money. And how is this possible? Do you need passive income? In short, you become financially free when your passive income exceeds your expenses. Many people don't know the difference between being rich and being financially free. They think you have to be rich first to be financially free, but that's not true. Financial freedom comes first because it's easier and faster to do. Once you have passive income and no longer have to work for anyone, you can use that free time to get rich. There are two main sources of passive income. The first, it's when the money works for you. This is investment income from financial stocks or other assets that increase in value. The second largest source of passive income is the company that works for you. It's about generating continuous revenue from businesses that you don't need to get personally involved in for the business to run and bring you revenue. The simplest example of this may be real estate. Difference number 14. The rich focus on their net worth. The poor focus on income from their work. When it comes to money, the question we ask most often is, how much do you earn? The question, what is your net worth, is rarely heard. A small number of people speak like this: wealth is measured by net worth and not by income from work. It has always been so and it will always be so. To know your net worth, you just need to add up the value of everything you own, with your cash and investments, such as stocks, real estate, the current value of your business, if you have one, as well as the value of your home, if it belongs to you, and then subtract everything you owe. The net worth is considered as the ultimate measure of wealth because, if necessary, what you own can be turned into cash. After calculating your net worth, draw a vertical line on the page, put 0 at the bottom of the line, and at the top of the line, write down the net worth that you want, say, $1 million. Once you've done so, put your current net worth on that line, and see how far away you're from your desired amount. From time to time, we say every month or quarter, check this line and update it accordingly. Even if you are currently at 0 or less, it's recommended to do this exercise, because what's being tracked is improved. Difference number 15. The rich act in spite of fear, the poor let fear stop them. In the book, Eker talks about the formula of the manifestation. According to this formula, thoughts produce feelings. Feelings then lead to actions, and actions lead to results. For example, if you think about a donut, this creates a feeling of desire for donuts. Then you get up and go to the store to buy that donut. If this process is constantly repeated, you gain weight. Thoughts and feelings are part of your inner world. Weight gain is part of your outside world. Action is the bridge between the inner world and the outer world. If there is no action, your thoughts and feelings about wealth are useless. Many people read this type of books to get rich, but most of them don't take actions. They don't apply what they have learned. It's not about how many books you read, but how many books you apply in real life. If actions play an essential role in success, what prevents us from taking them? Fear, doubt and worry are the most common obstacles, not only to success, but also to happiness. One of the biggest differences between rich and poor. It's that the rich are always ready to act even if they feel fear. Even if they are uncomfortable. The poor, on the other hand, let the fear stop them. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. If you are willing to do what is comfortable, life will be uncomfortable, but if you are willing to do what is uncomfortable, life will be rather comfortable. Difference number 16. Rich people are constantly learning and growing. The poor think they already know everything. Eker says that the three most dangerous words are, I know that. The question is, how do you know something? Here is the answer. If you live it, you know it. Otherwise, you've heard about it, you've read it, but you don't know it. Frankly, if you're not rich and happy, chances are you still have a lot to learn. Money, success, and life. Consider this, if you're not as successful as you'd like, it's because there's something you don't know. This means that there are many new things that you need to learn and apply. If you continue to do what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you've always gotten. Difference number 17. The rich admire the other rich and those who have succeeded. The poor resent the rich and those who have succeeded. When the poor see the rich, they assume that they've gotten where they are by being criminals. Even when they don't know what they do to afford their luxurious life. The poor often look at the success of others with resentment, jealousy, and envy. If this video helped you even a little, don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss out on any new videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.